Welcome to Hatha Yoga. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love yoga. I am April Klimkevich. I'm with Bliss Evolution. That's my small business. If you're a friend or a fan and you come regularly, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for supporting my small business. If you're new to this class, then thank you so much for being here. And once the class is over, if you could do me the favor and support my small business by making your way over to paypal.me/blissevolution or cash.app/blissevolution, that makes a world of difference to me. So thank you so much. So the type of yoga that we're going to be doing today is all about feeling some sensation, feeling some stretch. We don't want to overstretch. We're not overtaxing our bodies. We're not going with that old adage, no pain, no gain. If we feel pain, we're going to gently back out of the pose. All we want to feel is something. If you're feeling something, then you're probably doing it right if you're following my instructions. I've been teaching yoga for a long time. I cue to avoid injuries, and I'm very careful about telling you what you should be feeling, where you should be putting your hands and feet. So if you're not sure, leave me a comment and I'll check it out and answer any questions that you might have later. But for the most part, I think it's a really easy class to follow. I cue from beginners to advanced, so wherever you are along that spectrum, you can find the place that feels good for you. So let's get started. We're gonna start, I don't know where my shade is today. We're gonna start on our backs, on our mats, facing the sky. And I'll be turning my head so that I can be sure that the mic is picking up the sound of my voice. But for everybody who's lying down right now, I want you to be facing up so that your head, neck, and spine can all be in one straight line. Arms are going to be out to either side, about a 45-degree angle from the body, palms face up. Feet are going to fall out to either side, and there's about 1.5 to 2 feet between the heels. This is Savasana. That's Sanskrit for corpse pose. And the idea about corpse pose is that we're going to be reborn into our evening, into our day at the end of yoga class. So here we are in Savasana, in corpse pose. We're relaxing our body. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. And we're going to start with just noticing. We're going to notice how we feel. We're going to notice our energy level. We're going to notice any points of tension in the body. We're going to notice the breath as it comes in and out through the nostrils. And we're just going to take a few breaths, and as we breathe in and out, we're going to scan the body and notice, taking stock of what might be happening. If there's any tension or pain, acknowledging it. And if we're feeling pretty good, acknowledging it, being grateful for being able to feel good no matter what is swirling around us. And as we relax into that gratitude for everything that is working right, for all of the things that are going okay, we'll bring our focus and attention to the breath. As we inhale, we'll fill up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And as we exhale, we'll exhale from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, all the way to the bottom. Inhale, fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And exhale, empty the lungs all the way to the bottom. Inhale from the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs to the top of the lungs. And exhale from the top of the lungs to the middle of the lungs, all the way to the bottom. As you breathe like this, as you inhale and exhale, taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out, I invite you to bring your thoughts to an intention for our yoga practice this evening. The intention might be about you, so scan your body, scan your mind and heart. Think about something that you would like to intend to affect change around or to hope for. Or the intention might be about a loved one, a family member, a friend, a child, a parent, somebody that you care very deeply about. They might need a little extra love and support right now, so we might want to send them some love and support through this yoga class. Or the intention might be for your community, our communities, for our universe, our earth. Whatever your intention is, create it now, hold it in your heart, and watch the movie of that intention in your mind. If everything that you wish were to come true, what would that look like? How would you feel? Who would you be with? I invite you to hold that intention in your heart during our yoga class, and as we go through the asanas, as we go through the poses, you're welcome to bring your thoughts back to that intention. On your next inhale, I invite you to raise your arms up to the sky, up to the ceiling. Wiggle the fingers, stretch the fingers wide. Make fists with the hands. If your eyes are closed, you can open them up. Stretch the fingers wide, wiggle them around. Make big circles with the wrists going in one direction. And make big circles with the wrists going in the other direction. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms out and up. Stretch the palms away from you. Knuckles are facing the nose, palms are facing the ceiling or the sky. As you stretch up, 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 up. And then release the arms, release the fingers, stretch them up. And then bring the arms next to the ears, flex the feet, walk them closer together. If you'd like to lift the hips here, you can. Lift the hips right up off the floor, but that's optional. You don't have to do that. But release the hips and stretch the right side of the body. Stretch the right hand up and the right heel down. If you'd like, you can clasp the wrist of the right hand with the left hand and gently pull upward, deepening the stretch throughout the armpit, the rib cage, and the waist. Remember to breathe long, deep, slow breaths throughout our time together. Release the right side, big inhale and exhale here. And then stretch the left side, stretch the left hand up, flex the left heel, stretch it down. You can remain here if you'd like a little bit more. Clasp the wrist of the left hand with the right hand and give a gentle tug upward. Remember to be gentle. This isn't about pulling yourself to your limit. This is just about feeling a nice sensation, a nice stretch. Inhale and exhale here. Release the hands, stretch both hands up, both feet down. Maybe lift the hips, drop the hips, snow angel. The hands down to the hips, bend the knees, bring them into the chest. Lift the head up to the knees. Clasp opposite elbows, tuck the head into the knees. Send love all over the body. Thank your body for being here, for getting this bit of movement at the end of a Thursday. Drop the head. We're going to straighten both legs and stretch the legs up to the sky. From here, we're going to press into the ground, and I'm going to straighten my head because you don't want to be turning your head in this pose. We're going to move up into shoulder stand. So I'll try to yell so that you can hear me on the microphone. We're going to press into the ground, lift the hips. Feet can come overhead and support the hips. As we walk the hands up the back, we're going to straighten the legs up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Walk the hands up the back. We're getting a nice big neck stretch here. We're inhaling and exhaling. We're feeling the reverse effects of gravity on the body. Flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet. If this is a lot for you or a lot for your neck, you can do the same thing with both legs up, just lying flat on your back. So you could choose either to come up into shoulder stand or to just raise the legs up towards the sky. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees come out to either side. Maybe turn the body to one side. And then turn the body to the other side. And then bring the feet back together. Walk the feet back up to the sky. Now, if you've been practicing yoga and practicing shoulder stand for a long time, and you want to try something a little bit more difficult, you can move towards, I think it's called candlestick pose. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look it up after class. Bring one hand to the hip and gently move that hand up towards the knee. And then same thing on the other side. Bring the other hand to the hip and gently slide that hand up towards the knee. This is optional. This is advanced. If you already have a shoulder stand practice, you can always come back to shoulder stand, supporting the back, walking the hands up the spine, or dropping the body out of shoulder stand entirely. So do what feels good for you. If you're not supporting your spine, you want to walk your hands back down to shoulder stand. If you're in candlestick pose, walk your hands back down. Support the spine, support the back. We're going to drop one foot back behind the head. It might just float in the air in half plow, or the toes might touch the ground behind you. If they do, push the heel away from the body. And then inhale, stretch that foot up. Switch, half plow on the opposite side. If that foot just floats in the air, that's okay. If the foot does touch the ground behind you, then push the heel away. Bring that foot back up to center, and then we'll drop both feet in full plow back behind the head, flexing both feet. Bring the hands to the mat. We're going to roll out of shoulder stand, releasing the neck. From here, bend the knees, just gently hug them into the chest. Turn the head from side to side. Great. We're going to walk the feet down the body. Slide the shoulder blades together underneath the body. Arch through the spine. Lift the chest up. Bring the chest forward. Shine the heart forward. Arch through the spine. Lift the chest up. And then release. Come back down to the ground. Very nice. We're gonna make our way to fish pose. So sliding the hands underneath the cheeks of the butt. Oh my God, there's a huge spider on my mat. Come here, spider. Let's find another place for you. Let's find another home instead of on top of me. Ooh, it's a wolf spider. I remember seeing those a lot when I was a kid. So, now he's under the mat. I hope he doesn't get squished. I forgot entirely what I said we were gonna do. Give me a minute. Oh, spider times. I don't remember. I'm sorry. We'll have to do something else instead. Oh, fish pose. I do remember. Fish pose. So we're gonna slide the hands underneath the buttocks. We're gonna arch through the spine, and we're going to use the arms to shift the body towards the feet. So right now I'm flexing my feet as I shift the body towards the feet. I'm going to arch through the spine and drop my head back if my neck feels good. If it doesn't feel good, I can look up. We're still arching through the spine. If it does feel good, arch and drop the crown of the head to the mat. Inhale and exhale here. We're lifting the chest and arching through the spine. And then coming out of fish pose, we're going to release the hands, allow the hands to go down and along the sides of the body. Bend the feet into the chest. With one hand on each knee, we're going to make big circles with the knees. And then big circles going in the other direction. Nice job. I guess we'll have to do spider pose later. That's our sign and our cue. Bringing the hands underneath the knees. We're going to rock forwards and backwards, up and down the spine. If that's too much for you, just push yourself over to one side and push yourself up into a seated position. For those of you rocking forwards and backwards, up and down the spine, you're massaging the muscles all along the spine. That's great for the body. Coming to that comfortable seated position, we'll inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up to the ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up, and exhale, back and down. One more inhale, roll forward and up, and exhale, back and down. Reversing the motion, we'll inhale, roll the shoulders back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And one more inhale. And exhale, forward and down. Nice. Let's find our way into a squat. Come into as wide or as narrow of a squat as you need to come to in order to get your feet flat on the ground. Make a steeple with the fingers, point it out, lift the shoulders. Very nice. Drop the hands to the mat, unfold the knees. Step the feet to hip width apart. Inhale and exhale here. We're just releasing the backs of the legs. Feeling our legs untangle and stretch out in this forward fold. Swinging the arms from side to side. And then let's bend the knees. We're going to roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down the spine as we stand up straight and tall. Nice job. I think this hat is doing a good job of keeping the sun off of me. So from here, we're going to step with the feet either together or up to hip width apart. So do what feels good for you. We'll take a big inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, sweep down. Inhale, sweep both arms up, and exhale down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. We're going to gently lean back. And And exhale, swan dive forward, flat back as you come halfway down and then all the way down. Reaching towards the ground, letting the hands just hang in the air. Let's clasp opposite elbows and gently rock from side to side. Inhale, reverse swan dive, flat back as the arms come out to the sides. Come all the way up, gently lean back. And exhale, hands in prayer position at the heart. Nice. Release, inhale, sweep up and exhale. We're gonna lean to one side. Inhale and exhale, lengthening through the spine. We don't want to collapse into the waist here. We don't want this shoulder to come forward. We're trying to keep the body in the same plane. If you do need some support, just bring the hand to the waist for a little bit of extra support. And inhale and exhale here. Feeling that nice stretch to the side of the body. Inhale back to center on your next inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lean to the opposite side. Remember, you can bring your hand to the hip for some support here if you'd like. And we're reaching through the spine. We're lengthening the spine. We're not allowing our shoulder to fall forward. We're keeping it back so that if we look up, we'll see the sky or the ceiling. We'll inhale, both hands come up. And exhale, down. Nice job, everybody. We're gonna do something that I did with the kids' yoga class this week. So we're gonna take a really wide stance here. External rotation on the toes. That means toes are slightly out and heels are slightly in. We're gonna inhale the arms to halfway, then bend the elbows, face the palms forward. And you'll know that you're at about the right stance as far as the feet should be apart. If you drop a string down from my wrists, they'll be right about where my ankles are. If that's too far for you, you can scoot the feet a little closer together. If it's too close for you, you can create a wider stretch, but that's just something to note. So we're gonna bend the arms, face the palms forward, and bend the knees. Drop the tailbone straight down, coming into a squat. This is cactus pose. Keep the chest lifted. Keep that belly button pulled up and in. Activate the abdomen. Inhale and exhale here. This is a hard one. You're doing a good job. We'll inhale, come back up. And exhale, halfway down. We're gonna drop the arms out to the sides as we swan dive. We're gonna only come halfway though. Keep the arms out to the sides. And then fold all the way forward. We can straighten the toes, point them slightly in. Now the heels are slightly out. And we're gonna fold all the way forward. Dropping the crown of the head down. And maybe reaching the hands through the legs and walking them through the legs as we inhale and exhale here. If you're just here and this feels good for you, you can stay here. If you need a little bit more to feel a stretch, just walk until you feel that nice stretch through the legs. Walk the hands back to center. Walk them to one foot. And then back to center, we'll walk them to the opposite foot. The nose comes closer to the knee. Walk the hands back to center and to that first foot again. And then back to center and to the second foot. Walk the hands back to center. We're gonna walk the hands out in front of the face. Place one palm face down, right in front of the face, fingers spread wide. We're gonna spin as we lift the other hand up to the sky. We're working towards lining the shoulders, stacking one on top of the other, but if that doesn't happen, that's okay. We can gaze out to the side or turn the head and look up. inhaling, we're exhaling. As we exhale, we'll come down. Switch hands, fingers spread wide, place the opposite hand directly in front of the face. So that's about a foot in front of the space between where the feet are. Sweep the other hand up to the sky, turning the head to the side, or if the neck feels good, all the way up. Exhale, we're gonna drop that hand down. We're gonna walk both hands in, bend both knees, and we're gonna come back to cactus pose. Flip back up there to cactus pose. We're bending the knees, we're dropping the tailbone down, lifting the chest. Arms are bent at the elbows, and then reach all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, down. Nice job. Let's do a runner's lunge. Stretch out our legs. So leaning to one side, holding just above the knees. We're going to lift the toes of one foot. And then switching, we'll come to the other side. Switching, we'll come to the first side again. And then last time, we'll come to the other side. Nice job. We'll come back to center. And let's leave the feet where they are. I'm going to point my right toes forward. I'm going to point my left toes to the side. I'm going to keep my shoulders and hips stacked right on top of each other with the weight directly between the legs. And again, I'm going to measure myself, so I'm going to see, okay, I need to move my feet just a little bit farther apart. Drop those hands down. So I'm going to push into the instep of the foot. I'm pushing into the instep of the foot, bringing the weight to the side. And I'm also pushing into the toes of the foot that's facing to the side. I'm rolling my thighs towards each other. I'm rolling them both in. Inhale, the arms out to either side. As we exhale, I want you to imagine that somebody's grabbing this hand and pulling you forward. We're sliding forward, rotating the arms. You can hold above or below the knee. You can gaze up past the thumb if the neck feels good. And we have found our way to triangle pose. So the legs are creating a triangle. And we feel that nice stretch here in triangle pose. If you have a lot of flexibility, you could slide the hand down to the inside of the foot, bringing the fingertips to the inside of the foot, or the hand flat down to the mat. You don't want to start bending forward. You want to keep that chest opened. And then gaze down at the foot as if there's a rope hanging from the ceiling. I want you to grab the rope with your right hand, pull yourself up, and exhale the hands down. Nice job, everybody. We're going to switch feet. Our left foot now is facing forward. Our right foot is facing to the side. The heel of the right foot is in line with the middle, the instep of the left foot. We're rolling our thighs inward towards each other. We're pressing into the toes. We're pressing into the instep of the left foot. Shoulders are back and down. Our shoulders and our hips are stacked right on top of each other. The weight's directly between the legs. We're inhaling the arms out to either side like a T. Big inhale here. Exhale. We're going to lean forward as if somebody's pulling our hand. We're leaning. We're keeping length through the spine. Rotating the arms. We're going to bring one hand to the leg just above or below the knee. The other hand comes straight up. You can hold it here. This is perfect for triangle pose. You can gaze forward, down, or up. Or if you have a lot of flexibility and the hand is reaching down, you can reach towards the floor, bringing the fingertips in front of the foot or the hand flat to the floor. If you need a little something, if you have a stack of books or if you have a yoga block, maybe this is a better height for you. So you want to listen to your body. Do what feels good for you. use the support that you need in order to feel a beautiful stretch. So here we are in triangle pose, taking deep breaths in and out. Then I want you to gaze down at the floor. Hold on to that rope that's hanging from the ceiling with your left hand. Inhale, pull yourself back up. And exhale down. Nice. We're going to toe heel the feet together. I think we'll do a little prayer twist today. So standing up, straight and tall. We're going to inhale the arms up. Bring the hands together. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees. The chest remains lifted. We're sticking out the butt, bringing the hands right in front of the heart. Inhaling and exhaling here. Now this is a perfect place to stop. You can take a break by standing and come back to this pose as you like. So I want you to remember that you have the power to decide how far you're going in these poses and what feels good for your body. If this isn't enough for you and you want a little bit of an extra thing today, then we could twist to one side. We can do a prayer twist. So we're twisting to one side. If you can hook that elbow on the other side of the knee and continue to bring the hands to the middle of the chest, without compromising the integrity of the knees. You want to keep those knees at the same level. Then you can give that a try. If it feels good to open the hands, with one hand sweeping the mat and the other hand sweeping the sky, you can do that as well. Then we'll bring the hands back to center, back to heart center. Inhale up and exhale all the way down. Now you know that we can't only do that on one side, so we've done it on one side now. You've practiced a little bit. You can have an idea of what you need to do to make that pose work for you, or to take breaks as you need to. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale. Bring the hands to heart center as we bend the knees. Knees and ankles are right next to each other. We're keeping the chest lifted. And we can hold it here coming out of this pose as we like, or we can turn to the opposite side. If it's accessible to us, we can hook the elbow outside the knee and bring the center of the chest to where the hands are. Lifting the left shoulder, dropping the right shoulder. Maybe we'll sweep the hands open. We're keeping those two knees in a straight line together. Coming back to prayer position and then back to heart center. We'll inhale, coming all the way up, and exhale all the way down. Nice job, guys. Nice job. This is a lot for our class today, but I'm feeling good. I hope you're feeling good too. So let's do a couple of balancing poses. So let's bring the focus and attention into one foot. Lift those toes. I'm bringing it into my left foot. Wiggle them around, drop them down. Lift the heel, drop it down. Now we're gonna intentionally push into all four corners of that foot. The big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel. As we do that, the right knee just bends and gently floats up. See if you can clasp outside the knee as you flex the foot. So a couple of things that will help keep us balanced is keeping a little bit of bend in the standing leg. So don't lock that knee, don't hyperextend it, keep a little bend in that standing leg. Focus the mind on something that's on the floor across from you or the wall across from you. Focus the mind with a nice soft focus on that spot. And the third thing is to push with the knee as you pull with the hands. Flex that foot. Create tension throughout the muscles in the body so that they're supporting each other. This is a lot. You can hold it here. You could take breaks as needed. Or if you'd like, you can bring the left hand to the left wrist and turn the knee out to the right hand side. Nice job. And again, this is a lot. You can hold it here. You can come back to center. Or you can reach for the toe with the first 2 fingers and thumb, or for the outside of the foot with the right hand. And I like to raise both arms at the same time as I kick the foot out to the side. If that knee's bent, that's okay. We're inhaling and exhaling here. Release. Bring that foot back down to the ground. Nice. Keeping that focus on the left foot. Arms out to the sides. We're going to tilt and tip forward. Lift that right foot up. Kick the foot back as the chest comes forward. Arms are out to the sides. We're coming to a modified warrior 3. We're keeping the shoulders and the hips squared towards the ground. You could gaze down at the ground directly beneath the eyes. If you want to bring the arms next to the ears, you can do that as well. And then we'll come back up. Exhale, the arms float down. Great. Let's try that on the other side. Let's see. I haven't fallen over yet, so we'll see if that stays true for the right side. So I'm bringing my focus and attention into my right foot. I'm gently bending that right knee. So I'm keeping a little bit of bend in that knee. I'm lifting up the toes and wiggling them and dropping them down, lifting up the heel, dropping it down, focusing on all the 4 corners of that foot, the big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel. As we focus on that right leg and as we engage the muscles of the right leg, the left knee just floats up. See if you can clasp beneath the knee, flex the foot. Keep all of those muscles engaged throughout the leg and the arms, and focus the mind on a point that's not moving, on the floor, on the wall opposite of you. Inhale and exhale here. This is a lot of strength, a lot of balance, all at the same time, a lot of flexibility. It's a lot. So you can hold it here, you can come out of this pose as needed. If you would like, though, to try something a little bit harder, to move a little bit deeper into the pose, bring your right hand to the right hip, turn the left knee out to the left hand side. I'm still pulling with the left hand, kicking through the knee, flexing the foot. Nice. Great job. And again, you can hold it here. You can come back to center, or you can reach for the toe, wrapping the first 2 fingers and thumb around the big toe, or 4 fingers outside the foot. Inhaling, lifting the arms. You can keep that knee bent, or you can work towards straightening that leg. Do what feels good for your body. And remember that every day is different. Some days this might be an accessible pose. Other days it might not be. That's totally okay. We're respecting and accepting what our bodies can do today. We'll release that foot. Come back to center. Big inhale here. Exhale here. As we've been grounding in to the right foot, we're going to inhale the arms out to a T. We're going to lift the left foot, flexing the foot, and we're going to tilt forward. We're going to kick the leg back as the body dips forward, bringing the body in one line into warrior 3. Arms are stretching out to the sides. Shoulders and hips are squared towards the ground. Inhale and exhale here. If you'd like to bring the arms next to the ears, you can do that as well. Or you can leave them out to the side. We're going to inhale and come up. And exhale the arms down to the sides. Nice job, everybody. Good job. All right. So let's find our way down to the mat. I can't remember which class we did Chaturanga in. I think it must have been this one because it's a lot. And I wanted to show you a modification for Chaturanga. Let's see, maybe I should face this way. This might work a little bit better. Yeah. So I want to show you a lovely and beautiful modification for Chaturanga, which is four-limbed staff pose. So it's called four-limbed staff pose because we're balancing on our toes, on our hands, we're bending our elbows, our arms are at a right angle, our elbows are tucked into our rib cage, and it's quite a lot. So I showed you this modification with the knee down. I want to show you another modification with both knees down and bending the elbows, lowering the shoulders, squeezing the rib cage into the body as you inhale and exhale here. And then you can push yourself back up. So if you remember, this is one of the transitions that we sometimes do from the top of a push-up, lowering ourselves down. And the modification that I showed you last week was keeping one knee on the ground, lowering ourselves down. So this time we're keeping both knees on the ground. We're keeping them away from the body so that our butts aren't sticking up in the air, so that it's more like a plank pose. And then as we lower down, we're finding that right angle with the arms, and we can hold it just a little bit longer. So I wanted to share that with you so that you guys could give that one a try. While we're here, let's go ahead and with our chins on the mats, we're gonna bend one foot, hold on to the ankle. Here comes my cat. I don't know if you can see her. She's very beautiful. We're gonna lift that knee, lift that foot up in half bow. Kitten, come here. Come over here. Oh, here she comes. Lucky us. Hi, baby. Let's calm it. We're gonna drop the foot. Switch sides, so chin on the mat. We're gonna lift the other foot. Hold on to the ankle or the top of the foot. And half bow, arch, lifting, kicking with the foot, pulling with the hand. Very nice, releasing and coming down. Taking a rest, we're gonna bring one ear to the mat, turn the toes in and the heels out, palms face up, toes can be touching. This is alligator pose, a beautiful resting pose. Inhale and exhale here. And then we're going to come back to center, bringing the chin back to the mat. Bending both feet this time, holding onto the top of the feet or the ankles. We're going to arch through the spine, kicking the feet up, lifting the knees, and looking up. And then dropping the feet down. We're going to drop that chin down. See if we can bend both feet close to the body. Nice, and then release. And alligator pose, opposite side. Toes turn in, heels turn out, palms face up. Bring the opposite ear to the mat. Rather than falling completely asleep, we're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders and make our way onto our knees. From here, we're going to roll the weight forward, tuck the toes, sit back on the feet. We're stretching the feet out. Inhale and exhale here. Feeling that nice stretch through both feet. very nice. All right. Let's do some forward bending. So from here, we're going to stretch the feet in front of us. Toes are facing up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, lead with the chest and chin. Fold forward, reach forward over the legs. Then arch through the spine. Bring the forehead closer to the shins. Inhale and exhale here. As you fold forward, releasing the back, releasing especially the lower back. And if the hands are just here and the body's here, that's totally fine. If you're touching the ankles or the shins, that's great. If you're folding pretty far forward, you can clasp the first two fingers and thumbs around the big toes. Don't pull the toes back. You want to keep the feet facing forward as you bring the forehead closer to the shins. The elbows are pointing down to the ground. And you're reaching the crown of the head forward. You're using the toes as a gentle guide. So if you're pulling super hard on the toes, then you just want to back out a little bit from this stretch. We're going to walk the hands up the body and bend one knee. Bending one knee, bringing that foot high on the thigh. We'll inhale, sweep up. And exhale, fold forward. Bringing the forehead a little bit closer to that shin. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, the arms come down. We're going to switch. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, reach forward, then curve through the spine. Inhale, reach up, and exhale. Hands down to the sides. Very nice. From here, we're going to bend both knees. Bring the soles of the feet close together. Pull the feet in close to the body. Inhale, sit up straight and tall. Exhale, lead with the chest and chin, and then fold over the feet. Remember to breathe. Inhale as you come up. And then we're going to come to a comfortable cross-legged position for a gentle spinal twist today. So we're going to twist towards the left. So bringing your right hand on top of the left knee. We're going to bring the left hand behind the back. Big inhale. Twist from the belly, the chest, the neck, the head. And look as far as you can to the left behind you. Release, come back to center, switch sides. We're going to bring the left hand to the side of the right knee. The right hand goes behind the spine, holding it up straight and tall. Big inhale, twist, and look as far as you can to the right. Release and come back to center. Very good. Let's make our way down to our mats and prepare for final relaxation. We're almost there. Bending both knees, we're going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Let's walk the feet in really close to the body. Inhale, lift the pelvis all the way up. Shimmy the shoulder blades closer together underneath the body. Lift, 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 lift. Inhale and exhale. If you'd like to come down out of this pose, you can. If you want a little bit more, you can stretch one leg up to the sky. And then switch, drop that foot, lift, 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 stretch the other leg up to the sky. Drop that foot, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, come all the way down, bend both knees into the chest, gently rock from side to side. Coming back to center, we're going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Lift the left leg, cross it over the right, bend both knees, and pull them into the chest. Drop the right foot, slide the left knee out to the left. Reach through and around the right leg. Pull it into the chest. Release that foot. Release the left foot. We're going to lift the right leg. Cross it over the left. Bend both knees. Pull them into the chest. Drop the left foot, slide the right knee out to the right hand side, reach through and around the left leg, pulling that knee in close to the body. Inhale and exhale. Feel that hip opening. Release that foot. Bend both knees out to either side, clasp the fingers around the feet. We're going to bring those feet in close to the body. And maybe hover those feet over the chest or the face. Bring them back to center. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to walk them down the mat and prepare for final relaxation. So coming to Savasana or corpse-like pose, we're going to take a big inhale and tense every muscle in our body. Lift the arms, lift the legs, make fists with the hands, fists with the toes, squeeze and relax. On your next inhale, we're going to stretch the hands, stretch the feet, stretch the whole body, stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, relax. Last one, we're going to inhale, stretch the arms up, stretch the feet down, lift them up off the ground, look up with the eyes. If you'd like, stick the tongue down. And relax. We'll find our way to Savasana, facing the ceiling or the sky, with our head, neck, and spine all in one straight line, palms facing up, arms about a 45-degree angle from the body, feet falling out to either side. Notice the breath as you inhale and exhale. Notice the energy level. Notice the relaxation level of your whole body. As you inhale, fill up the lungs from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And as you exhale, empty the lungs from the top to the middle, all the way to the bottom. Let the stomach be soft. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. And exhale, release all the air from the lungs. Inhale, fill the lungs up from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And exhale from the top to the middle, all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Bring your thoughts back to your intention for our yoga practice this evening. Back to the movie in your head about your intention. Take a few moments and think about your intention, what it would look like, what it would feel like, who you would be with, what you would be doing. Gently bring your awareness back to this space. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take any final stretches your body might need. And then roll over onto one side in fetal position. Just for a few moments, for a few breaths. And then push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll end our yoga practice together. So sitting up straight and tall, we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale down. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale down. One last inhale, sweep the arms up and bring the palms together. Exhale the hands in front of the forehead. May we think positive thoughts. In front of the lips, may we speak kind words. And in front of our hearts, may we spread love and joy wherever we go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. The light within me salutes the light within you. I'm grateful for you supporting my small business and joining me in my yoga practice. It means the world to me. So if you do have the opportunity to make a donation or payment, you can head over to paypal.me/blissevolution or to cash.app/blissevolution. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming.